A year ago, I had $0 in the stock market. And after a year of investing $200 a month, my account is now at $2,950. That means I made $550, which is a 22.9% increase on my investment. So today I'm gonna show you exactly how I did it. But the more interesting questions are, was it just luck? Is it too late to invest? And can $200 a month actually make you rich? Well, you're gonna wanna stick around because I've got real numbers to show you for all of those questions. So let's get into it. Okay, so first let me show you the actual real numbers on my phone. I have it opened up with my Robinhood and you can see it's around $2,950, like I said. Now Robinhood's actually not gonna let me screen record my phone, I guess, because they don't want it to look like a scam, but I'll just take screenshots for you guys. You guys can see that I started off investing at the beginning of this year. So it was January 3rd of 2025. That's when I did a recurring buy for VTI and VOO. Now, VTI is basically like investing into the entire US stock market, and VOO is basically an S&P 500 index fund. So this invests into the top 500 companies in the US. And what I did was I put a recurring investment. So it was just an automatic deposit and an automatic market buy, $100 into the total stock market, and then $100 into the S&P 500. I did this all the way to December 3rd, and then I stopped there. So if you do the math, that means that over the year, I invested $2,400, and then I made $550, which is why I'm now at $2,950. And this is the key to how I invested over the last year to give me these kinds of returns. I didn't try to outperform the market or, day trade or trade options or anything like that. The 3 steps that I did was step 1, buy an index fund. So an index fund allows you to invest in more than just one stock. And like I said, VTI invests into the entire US stock market, and then VOO invests into the S&P 500. So that is the top 500 companies in the US. Step 2, I just bought the same amount every single month automatically. This is also known as dollar cost averaging in the investing community. This is a really good strategy for people who are busy, like they have a job and they don't want to worry about checking the stock market every day or day trading. Dollar cost averaging lets you set up an automatic investing schedule, and that way you're spreading your risk instead of investing all of your money into just one day on the stock market, because you could be investing when the stock market is high or when it's low, but you don't want to gamble. You want to play the averages long term. And then step 3 is just don't stop and let it compound on its own. Time is going to allow this investment to grow even further down the line. And every year that I invest more into it, the more it's going to grow over time. Now stay with me. I'm going to show you proof on how this portfolio can grow over the next 30 years. So historically, the S&P 500 has averaged a return of 10% per year. So if I were to keep investing $200 a month for the next 30 years, my money would turn into $15,500 after 5 years, $41,000 after 10 years, $152,000 after 20 years, and $452,000 after 30 years. Now let's compare that to what would happen if I were to just leave the money that I have in it right now and not invest at all for the next 30 years. After 5 years, I would have about $4,760. After 10 years, it would be $7,660. After 20 years, it'd be about $19,900. And after 30 years, it'd be $51,600. So even if I do nothing else right now, over the next 30 years, it should turn into about $50,000. But the difference between me making $50,000 and $500,000 over 30 years is the decision to keep investing and keep dollar cost averaging. Now, to answer the question of whether it's too late to start investing, because as you may know, the S&P 500 actually just hit an all-time high, and it crossed 7,500 for the first time in history. You might be thinking like, hey, what if I put my money in the S&P 500 now and it just drops by tomorrow or the month after that? Sometimes the S&P 500 does drop, and sometimes by a lot. If you look at the historical returns, you could see 2008, 2020, 2022, but every single time that the S&P 500 has gone down, it's also gone up and recovered and gone even higher. Maybe not in a year, maybe it takes 3 or 4 years, but over the long run, right, we're talking 10, 20, 30 years, it always goes up higher. Over the last 100 years, the S&P 500 has returned, again, that 10% per year. Now, when I started, it was January of 2025, and it wasn't like the S&P 500 was at an all-time low. If you actually look at the price over the last 5 years, you would have seen that January of 2025 actually was a high point. So just imagine how it would have turned out if I had the same thinking of you know, the S&P 500 is so high right now. If I invest, what if it crashes, right? If you're gonna be dollar cost averaging, the best time to start investing is now. And so my biggest regret from this whole experiment was that I stopped too early, right? I stopped on December of 2025. And I told myself, hey, I'm just gonna experiment for a year of investing. I wanna see how it does. And if I were to keep on dollar cost averaging, my returns could have even been better by now. But today I'm going to show you guys how you can get started on SoFi. One is because my high yield savings account is already on SoFi, so it makes it super convenient to have my investing account and my high yield savings account on the same app. If you guys didn't know, SoFi has a really good high yield savings account right now. They have about a 3 to 4% APY percentage. And this beats most savings accounts out there. If you're banking with Navy Federal or Chase or Wells Fargo or Bank of America, chances are you're probably not making that much in interest every month. So here I am on my phone now. I'm gonna walk you guys through the entire step-by-step process of getting started and being able to put your first dollar into the stock market. So if you guys click on the link down below, you guys are gonna get taken to a page just like this, and you can enter in your zip code. And basically these are the best online stock investing platforms. So again, right here, number one choice is SoFi. But of course, there's other options on here if you guys want to check them out. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and click on Get App for SoFi. And from there, you guys can see that they are running an offer right now where you can make your first trade and get up to $1,000 in stocks when you fund a new account. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on Trade Now. And from there, it's going to ask me to log in. So if you guys don't have an account yet, you guys can click on New to SoFi, sign up. And from there, you guys just have to enter in your information and get signed up. Now here I am on the SoFi app. Once you've downloaded it, you guys can see that there is a few sections on the bottom. There's home, there's banking, credit card, invest, and loans. So I went to the invest and I'm gonna go ahead and click on get started. I'm gonna click on self-directed brokerage. So this is just investing on your own. And you guys can see again, they have the offer where you can get up to $1,000 in stocks for free. So I'm gonna go ahead and open an account, and it's gonna ask me for some personal details as well as some financial information. So after filling out the information, I'm gonna press next. It's gonna ask for my social security number. So I'm gonna put that in and press next. It's gonna ask you if any of these statements apply to you, which most of you guys should not apply to you. So go ahead and just press next. Then you're gonna put your estimated net worth. This part doesn't really matter, you could choose anything. And then it's gonna ask you another question that doesn't really matter too much either. It's gonna ask you for your main goal with the money that you're investing. I'm gonna go ahead and put grow my investments over time. You can put your experience with investing in stocks or funds on here. So if you're a beginner, then you can put none or a little. They're gonna ask you what level of risk you're comfortable with, and then how long do you plan to keep your money invested for. Now you can also add a trusted contact, but for now, I'm just gonna put, I'll do this later. Now from here, I'm gonna review the details. If you guys wanna be a part of their brokerage cash sweep program, I'm gonna go ahead and uncheck that, and also uncheck the share lending, and then I'll just press agree and submit. So cool, it says my account is ready now. It's gonna ask if I wanna enable more investing features. So you can trade options or you can trade margins, but that's totally up to you guys. I'm not gonna do anything like that because it's too risky. So I'm gonna put no thanks, not right now. And it's gonna say you're all set. So add funds from your bank account to start investing. From here, I'm gonna go ahead and choose other because I actually wanna do $200. So I'm gonna go ahead and do 200. And obviously that's gonna exceed my available balance because right now I don't have anything in my checking or savings, but I can go ahead and click on the savings and link a new account. And this is gonna allow me to connect a different bank account to SoFi so that I can go ahead and start funding it and start investing. Okay, so then now that it's connected, it's gonna go ahead and say, let's get started. So I can claim up to $1,000 of stock. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. And it has a little crane thing. So I'm gonna drop it and let's see what I get. Cool, so $5 of stocks, that's cool. So I could choose any of these companies right here to invest the $5. So I'll just go ahead and put it into SoFi Technologies, why not? So I'm gonna transfer 200 from my other bank, and you can see it says one time today, but I can click on that and actually do it one time. I could do it every 2 weeks, I could do it weekly, and I can do it monthly if I want to. For now, I'll just do one time today, and I'll click on review, and I'm gonna go ahead and slide to add the cash. And there you go, the deposit is being processed. So then it's gonna be available soon for me to invest into the S&P 500. In order to do that, I'm gonna go ahead and click on Explore and Trade. And you guys can see right there, the popular stocks, VOO. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on that. And you can see that it has all the information on the stocks. It's just like any other stock investing platform out there. You can see the top 10 holdings. You can see the news about it. And yeah, from here, I'm gonna go ahead and click trade. I'm gonna do a recurring buy. And it says that I have to have an account before setting up a recurring trade, but that's fine. It's just reviewing my account setup right now. But once it does that, basically what I would do is I would put every month. You could choose whatever day that you want. For me, I would probably just do the first, and then I would set the amount to 200. So I'll go ahead and click on custom, put in the 200. And from there, I would click on next. And from there, you would be able to add your payment method. You'd be able to choose whether you use buying power first. So if you run out of buying power from your SoFi cash, then it would basically just use the linked payment method instead. So I'm gonna keep that on. And then basically I would just click on confirm once I connect my account and it's verified. And that's it. Like if I were to go back, you guys can see that I can invest in a bunch of other stocks if I want to, like Nvidia, Amazon, Tesla, Apple. You guys can invest in a bunch of different stocks on the SoFi app. It doesn't just have to be the S&P 500. And yeah, you guys can put as little or as much as you guys would want. If you guys can only afford to invest $100 per month, that's totally fine as well. Again, the key here is to dollar cost average. So whatever you can put, do it each month and have it as a recurring buy. That way you don't have to worry about checking the stock every single day, and you can let the compound interest over the next 10, 20, 30 years grow your portfolio for you. So that's my investing journey over the last year, and now you know how to do it as well. I will say that none of this is financial advice. I'm just a YouTuber and this is just my experience, and all the numbers that I talked about, it's all just speculation. Of course, I don't know what's going to happen over the next month, over the next year. The stock market could crash. But again, looking at the long term, the S&P 500 has historically gone up over time. I know we went over a lot today. Feel free to reference back to the walkthrough part. If there's any part that you are confused about, you can replay it. And if you have any questions on the setup, you can leave a comment down below. Like and subscribe. And if you guys want to know how to save your first $10,000 in the military, go ahead and click on this video right here.